Hey everyone, my name is Melissa. This is going to be a semi-quick flip of a Franklin Quest planner vintage that I have chosen to use to help me keep track of my notes and teaching plans as I go into a fall teaching session, fall of 2020. There is a zipped pocket at the back of my planner. I haven't decided how I'm going to use it, so there's nothing in there to pull out and show off. I'm opening up this Franklin Quest binder. I got it off of eBay. I estimate its vintage to be somewhere in the early to mid 90s. So quickly, I've got two pen loops in here. One side I've got a highlighter, one side I've got a zebra clip-on multi-pen. Nothing fancy, just red, black, blue, and pencil. There is a pocket here that I've got some Avery sticky notes. They're removable. I've got some transparent page flags or note flags, courtesy of my local dollar store. I tried to put everything in here that I could find as locally as possible. I have in the front pockets, there's a number of them. I'm not using them traditionally. Nothing about this is a traditional setup, which is why I'm documenting it. I've got a card from the planner spot. I printed it on some scrap cardstock. The graphics are freebie. Listen, learn, share, support, stand, vote, remember. Important words, so I wanted to keep them with me. Ideas, words matter. I have a card that I picked up from Mental Health First Aid Canada during training I took with them. With some phone numbers, just distress centers, things like that, in case I get asked. I teach movement at community centers. I teach elsewhere too, but usually at community centers, people ask me for help. They come to community centers not just for the class, they come for in the hopes oftentimes that someone will listen to them, either someone in their peer group or the staff. So I have numbers in case people ask me for help. So I'm staying within my scope of practice as a first aider. I've got a card from Mental Health First Aid Canada covering the basic actions, 5 basic actions, some website information. I have a copy of my first aid, should anyone ask to see it. I have some artwork at the front of the planner. Aaron Kuhn. The work that he has is often widely distributed online, and if it really speaks to you, I urge you to go to his website. His artwork is available as a PDF. The fee is not huge, and he does have a discount code on his website. So I have something here showing the major bones of the body, really high-level stuff, just to remind me of moving and where we move from. I also have muscles, and I have the brain graphic that he's created, but for right now we're sticking with bones for the fall session. I have some art from Marcia Bramucci. This is a freebie from her for her Facebook group, Black Lives Matter. She has another beautiful graphic. This is her work as well. It's a Jane Goodall quote. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. So that speaks to me on many, many levels. I've got some notes in here. In order to get note pages for this binder really efficiently without printing and cutting, which I can do, but I find very wasteful. I wanted a really simple solution. I deconstructed a wire-bound notebook. So the plastic page at the front, I cut, hole punched, and I'm using it in this particular binder along with the note paper, but I use it as a surface to write on. So I move this around pretty easily once I need to start writing. Getting into Plan All the Things, again, Marcia Bramucci. I've got a little note reminding me of my colors that I'm using for different notes. As the session is finally confirmed tomorrow, I will mark out all of the teaching days that I have on this calendar. I have payroll information, dates, pay periods. I'm using a month, 2 pages in a month from Marcia Bramucci to document where I am, color code the type of work I'm doing. That helps me keep track of my hours and the pay grade that I expect to be paid at. I've got 4 or 5 people who will submit my hours on my behalf, so I need to check and make sure that all of my hours add up, basically. I used a self-laminating card, sort of business card plastic thing from the dollar store to use as a bit of a page finder. It's got my business card in there. Change happens through movement, and movement heals. Joseph Pilates, there, that's in frame. My personal information is on the back side, so I'm not showing that. The way that I have set this up in a non-traditional way is I'm setting things up as day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be 6 and 7 in there for all I know by the time things fall out, but right now it's looking days 1 through 5. And once the days are set, I don't need different dailies every week. I just need to know what happens on Mondays. Where do I need to be predictably? What are my teaching times? What are my check-in, check-out times? What are my surface transportation routes? What information do I need in case I don't have access to my phone? For every class, so there might be 4 on one day, there might be 3, there might be 5, there might be 1. I'm going to have a class list, no full names, no phone numbers, just acronyms or initials, information that people choose to disclose. You know, do they have a hip replacement, knee replacement, that type of thing? What do I need to know as their movement teacher? I'm going to include high-level class plans and then make a note after the class if I deviated from the plan and why. So I expect there to be a lot of paper by the end of term. And I'm going to do the same for each day of the week. Then I have a stash of paper. I have some little half sheets that I can make little check-off lists, to-dos, that type of thing. I have some single sheets. I have some trifolds. I created everything from a pad of paper, so there was no waste. There was no hole punched paper that I needed to deal with. I have some extra note paper from the notebook I dismantled. And from that notebook that I dismantled, there was this little handy sort of pouch that I trimmed, added washi tape to it, punched it. So if I have any taxi receipts or something like that, I have a place to put them and keep track of them. I have a page lifter at the back. It's generic. I got a multi-pack of like 4 or 5 off of Amazon.ca for about $5 or $6. And, you know, they're all made in the same place, so I didn't feel the need to order something from a shop, because really people are just ordering them and repurposing them under their own brand. So I tried to cut out the middleman for myself. Used some Staples brand post-it notes here in case I need them. Some paper clips are handy, but I don't need a lot. Some scrap paper in case I need to hand out phone numbers or website information if people should ask for help. My business cards if needed for whatever reason. I've got some note paper. I have a card that shows the calendar for October. This is from Sterling Inc.'s Facebook group. It's a freebie. She's got this available in different sizes, a couple of different graphics for October. Let's see if the camera will focus. It's really beautiful. Focus, focus, focus. So this way I don't have to open up to my month on 2 pages where I have basically personal kind of hours information or meeting notes or dates and times indicated. If someone asks me what day is it, when does a session run to, that type of thing, I have something pretty to kind of point out for the month or share with them if they're asking about dates. Some of the populations that I teach have memory issues as they approach perhaps early onset dementia. So having something that I can show them that's pretty and has some color to it is very, very important. I might consider printing this in a larger size because it's fun for my eyesight, but not for some of my students. So I need to do that this weekend. Maybe print a bigger size so I can show that and make sure it's colorful enough. So that's my quick flip of my Franklin Quest planner, not setting it up as a traditional planner, not what I see on Instagram shared by other people. So it may or may not be of interest to you. If it was of interest to you and you got something out of it, thank you for watching along. Feel free to answer any questions and I'll try my best to answer them as quickly as I can. Thanks everyone. Have a great fall. Happy October. Stay safe. Bye.